So my kids are like, you got tattoos? I'm like, and so they'll look at them and be like, Miss Rodman, you are bad. Like,
because YouTube could be tricky with the commercials. You're like playing a video about something, and all of a sudden it's Cialis ED commercials.
Yep.
Like, hey, whoa, skip. I go,
Yep.
15 seconds of this? One of my friends, he had just graduated from college and he was gonna start actually teaching. And I was like, buddy, we're taking you to Nelson, British Columbia. During the show, I kept telling everyone, like, he's gonna start teaching in about a couple months, just graduated from college, buy him shots. Way too many people in Canada bought him shots.
bring me.
So I wake up, he had thrown up.
Okay.
And we are flipping the mattress. And some people in the hotel room are looking dead at us like we're flipping over a mattress from a murder scene.
Oh, right.
And I was like, well, yo, we got to check out like now.
I remember one teacher was telling me how one of the kids literally took a Keurig, a mini Keurig out of their backpack and literally started making themselves a cup of coffee in the middle of class. Hello, guys, and welcome to another. Y'all, I'm forever tripping over my words. But
You nailed
anyway,
it. I think you nailed it.
I mean, you would think, but no, it nailed it for me.
Yeah.
Because tripping on my words is a thing. So hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Teachers Off Duty. I am super excited to be here. I am Leslie Robb of Leslie Robb Comedy, and with me are two amazing comedians, and they are.
I am Jess Smith, Teacher Tales of Miss Smith.
I am Brian Moote at Moote Comedy.
Two amazing people, guys. And guys, we are just so excited today to be talking about the craziness that our kids bring to school or say or do or a little bit of all of it. Let's just be for real. It's crazy times in the classroom. Am I right?
All the time.
It's always crazy times. It's just, that goes with the territory. Like if you're going to be a teacher, be prepared for the craziness. Am I right?
Do you think that it's crazier with the little ones? Because I worked a lot in elementary schools.
Uh-huh.
Or like what age group is it? I think with elementary school kids, they just bring stuff to school. They have no idea that it's weird.
It's the innocence of
Yeah.
it.
It's the innocent parts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I taught kindergarten, first grade, obviously the things that they brought to school are slightly different than my high schoolers who would not be caught dead bringing some of the things that the kids in kindergarten and first grade would have brought, which we are going to talk about today.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, guys. But before we do that, guys, I just want to just share something with you guys. I'm so excited. Okay. Because I'm a part of the Board Teachers Comedy Tour. Are you guys?
Wait, you are?
Oh, yeah.
I'm on that tour.
No way!
Me too.
Well,
Me too.
Oh my gosh! Someone gets to run into you guys again. This is amazing.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even if I wanted to see you again.
Depending on how this podcast goes, you might be like, we're going to see each other again.
Yeah.
Great.
It's that's when the face comes in. Unfortunately, we're gonna see each other again soon. But yeah, oh my gosh, and this show is so much fun, y'all.
So much fun.
So much fun, and you guys don't want to miss out on it. And you have so many opportunities, but unfortunately, guys, there's only one show left for the spring. Okay, and that is tonight. Okay, and that is going to be actually, I'm so wrong. It's next Sunday. Okay, there's one show left in our spring tour, and it's next Sunday, May 18th, and it's in Huntsville. Now, this is a postponed show. We were supposed to be there not too long ago, right? In March?
March.
Yeah. Back in March, we
Yeah.
were supposed to be there, but then tornadoes hit, monsoons, whatever you want to call them.
The South doesn't mess around.
Not when it comes to storms.
With
They don't
the weather.
play.
No.
And
Yeah.
they're very dead on accurate at saying, hey, this because I was part of the postponed show. And
Yeah.
They're like, hey, so right at showtime, it's going to be bad. And we're like, how bad can it be? We're going to be in a giant, fun theater. And we pulled up the weather tracker and just started moving. I was moving my thumb on the timeline. I was like, oh, that red. No, that's all red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's bad.
Well,
No.
because most of the time you can't believe the weather system because you're like, oh, it's going to snow tomorrow. Oh, just kidding. It's not going to snow tomorrow. It'll snow Wednesday. Oh, no, it's sunny today. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, I get you and you're doubting.
Mhm.
I mean, but apparently
I
they were
doubted
accurate.
until I saw the weather
The red.
Doppler, and I was like, oh gosh,
You're like, well, now that's red.
where's the arc? We're gonna get out of here.
You're like, somebody get us out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, for safety, everyone, luckily there wasn't a whole lot of damage from that storm. But it would have been totally brutal if we all had to sit in a theater for hours and hours.
Yeah.
And be
with
stuck
no
together.
lights.
Yeah.
You're going to have the teacher who's like, icebreakers.
No.
no.
Okay, we're going to go around
no.
the theater. 2 truths and a lie. Let's start
My
there.
goodness, can you
Trust
imagine?
falls? In fact, the person who pitches trust falls as an icebreaker, they should do the fall first.
Let's watch you.
Yeah.
Go.
Let's see if you trust. Look, you can tell by our faces, it's a little bit questionable right now, but do you trust us? You stand on the stage first,
Yeah.
and we'll all just watch us scatter.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not good at
Crowd.
like hiding my faces, so I'd be like, do it.
Yeah.
Go.
I dare you.
Go
Dare
for
you.
it.
Trust. Yeah. So that's me. Yeah. And they'd just be terrified.
I got to be honest. If you made that face, I'd be like, nah, that's cool.
That's how I do my students. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, go ahead. Do it. Do what I told you not
try
to
it.
do. They're like, okay, all right, stop tripping, Miss Robbie.
This
You
woman
playing.
could be unhinged.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's got
Like, I'm not sure how to take her. So.
it's like a level of crazy eyes that indicates you've seen worse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
'Cause
Uh-huh.
If,
And I
if you're
most
like, yeah,
likely
do
have.
it. See how that works out for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, did she go to prison or something? Like, why is she daring me?
Yeah.
Do it. I promise. Do it.
Like,
See
she's
what
daring me, but I kind of want to do it, but I kind of don't.
I want to
You
see
know?
what happens, but I fear for my safety.
It's like an accident, you just want to see what happens. But the best part about it, guys, is after our postponed show that we're going to make up and have such an amazing time next Sunday, we are hitting our world tour after the summer because, let's be for real. In the summer, we take breaks. We all want to go on break, okay? But what a way to come back from a break. We are hitting the world tour, guys. And we are kicking it off in Australia, Outback.
By the
I
way, that
can't
is
do
the
it.
greatest way to go back as an educator is summer. Well, I'm going to take summer and then, no, we'll get back to work in Australia. Fine.
They're going to make me do it.
Oh my God, I mean, it's work.
I mean, unfortunately. But
Here we
hey,
go.
it'll be great to go down under. All right?
Down under.
Down under. And so we're kicking it off first in Adelaide. And this is a new city added, y'all. Adelaide. And then Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, and a second show in Sydney has been added.
To Sydney.
Okay, so we're going to be in Sydney twice, okay? I mean, not back and forward, but, there twice. All right, and then Canberra, okay, which apparently is where Bluey's from.
Home of Bluey and my best friend Bandit, her dad.
All right, Brisbane, and then a second show in Brisbane. So again, we'll be in Brisbane twice, okay? And then from there, we're going to Auckland, New Zealand.
With the Kiwis.
Yes, I always think of Hobbit Town, or is it Hobbit Town Land?
Like,
Hobbit?
are you talking about
Hobbit Town
Middle
Land?
Earth?
I don't know, like New
Did
Zealand.
you just say Hobbit
The
Town
Shire?
Land?
I don't know.
You think of like the
Okay,
Shire?
listen.
From
Like
now on,
Listen,
Middle
everybody-
Earth is called Hobbit Town
Yeah.
Land.
Hobbitville?
Call J.R.R. Tolkien.
Hobbitville or Hobbit Town?
Well, guys,
I
because
love-
everybody knows about the Hobbit
No,
stuff, and I
that's
don't.
true.
So I try to
That's true.
pretend like I know. So I say like Hobbit something, town, land.
No, that's
You sound.
not
it's
it.
really no, it's really good.
Oh,
I love it.
And it is
Leslie.
Is it?
Everybody thinks you know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I can just tell. Like you
Yeah,
say
I
it so
don't.
confidently about
Like
Hobbit
I
Town.
think
I don't.
Peter Jackson is definitely your best friend.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
even know who that is.
no, you do.
Oh, I do?
he's
I
your best
totally
friend.
do.
So
You-
all of New Zealand is now called Hobbit Town, or Auckland is called Hobbit Town.
Oh, is Auckland? Wait,
Whoops.
I thought it was New Zealand.
Auckland, New Zealand.
Yes.
It's
So
a
is it
city.
New Zealand got Hobbit?
You don't
Town in
teach
it?
geography.
No,
right?
not on any level.
Thank
I don't even know if I
God.
passed geography.
Thank God.
Okay, for most of those required core classes, most of my teachers were like, you know what? Here, take a D. Just take the D. Just get away
I'll take
from
this
here.
one pass fail.
Yeah, so like just go. Just go. Sorry guys. I
She showed
apologize
up.
to all of Auckland and I know I probably said that. Okay.
Sorry, Hobbits.
All right. You know how like just like I tell the kids, let's just move past it. Let's just move past it. And just nod and smile and we're gonna move past it. Okay.
Everything's fine.
I am?
Lord of the Rings was filmed in
Yes.
Boom!
Oh, film
And you-
there.
Oh!
Yes.
I knew something about
was-
a hobbit.
I feel like the key that you got lost in translation is the word filming.
Oh.
Because you were like, isn't that Hobbitville town?
Hobbitville Town. I need
Okay,
a t-shirt.
see,
Hobbitville Town.
Hobbitville town.
See, Lord of the Rings. Now, see, okay. Thank you.
I love how like confident you just got with that just
Yeah.
validation.
That point of
I know.
clarification.
I
because
love that.
I
Flexed
was
on us.
like,
Oh, I knew it.
because I was
She
like,
might as
there's
well just dunked on 5-year-olds.
Don't test my Hobbit knowledge.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, there's no coming back from this. I have got to move past this. So he was like, nod and smile, nod and smile. Okay. And then after Auckland, guys, we are going up north, to Canada. And we're going to be in Regina. Okay. Saskatchewan.
You
Is
nailed
that-
it.
I did?
Yeah, that's my neck of
See?
the woods. I grew
Look,
up on Whidbey
I redeemed
Island.
myself. Oh, you did? You grew
Well, I
up
grew
in-
up near Victoria, which we're also going to be at. I grew up on Whidbey Island,
Oh.
Washington.
Way to spoil.
Saskatchewan.
I
Oh, I'm
haven't gotten
sorry.
there
I'm
yet.
stealing your
I mean,
thunder.
really.
Like Hobbitville.
I mean, for real, like, chill. Okay. All right. Saskatoon.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Saskatoon.
Which sounds like something you spit in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like a
spittoon.
spittoon.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the country where they do a lot of spitting because they got, the what do you call it in the cheek dip? They do a lot of spitting. Okay. Anyway, Saskatchewan. That'll be Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and then after that we're going to be in Edmonton, Alberta, which is where I just was there. That was awesome. Calgary, Alberta, Victoria, British Columbia. North York, Ontario. Y'all, we're all over Canada.
We
all
are.
right. Kingston, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, Halifax, Nova Scotia, London, Ontario, Kitchener, Ontario, Hamilton, Ontario, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Nailed it.
Oh my gosh, I'm like so good. Okay, I fully redeemed myself from the whole New Zealand thing. I'm just saying. So guys, yeah, so that is like our world tour dates. And then guys, we're coming back to the good old US of A. And we're going to be in New Brunswick, New Jersey, Springfield, Massachusetts, Poughkeepsie, New York, Tarrytown, New York, Des Moines, Iowa, Davenport, Iowa, Rockford, Illinois, Riverside, California, Long Beach, California, and then good old Texas. We'll be in Houston, Dallas, Waco, and San Antonio. Then from there, we're going to Toledo, Ohio, and then Lansing, Michigan, and Midland, Michigan. And then, all right, guys, how was it? Pachuga? Pachagi?
Pachug?
Pachug?
Pachuga?
Pachog?
No,
Pachogi.
it's a patch hog.
Patch
Patch
hog. That's
Patch
Look
hog.
at you. Oh, yes. Patch hog,
Now
New
it
York.
sounds like a
Because now I
school
want
pet.
barbecue.
I know.
Patch
I was
hog.
thinking like a hedgehog, and then I was like, patch
Ooh,
hog,
yeah, yeah,
hedgehog.
It's like their
Patch
it's
the
like the
hog.
scummy cousin of the hedgehog, the patch hog. It's like missing spikes and stuff. It's got one eye open.
The toothless one. Okay, Patch Hog, not New Jersey. Patch Hog, New York. We'll be there twice, guys, and then Albany, New York, and then Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. So yes,
Very exciting.
from the world to the good US of A and back, and it's just going to be a great tour, guys. So
I'm
we
excited
hope to
about all
see
of
you
those
guys.
Canadian
I
shows
know.
because we've shown a little love to the Canadian
Mhm.
teachers, but now we get to like really
Love on them.
just really love on
Love
them.
on them. Okay, we're not creepy at all, guys, but we just
They'll
love
actually
on
take it.
you.
Canadians have a great sense of humor,
Yeah.
like sarcasm. Like they're just. I grew up near Canada,
Uh-huh.
and every time I've ever done shows or done anything in Canada, you always feel like you're gonna, you're like, I just don't want to offend anybody, and they're like, do it, I dare you.
Yeah.
Our favorite sport, we punch each other in the face.
And yeah, literally
Yes.
knocking teeth out of people's mouths. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, you're right though, because when I was in Canada a few weeks ago and did a show, you're right. Like everybody, like they're so chill. Like anything goes. Like just say it, like you said. Yeah,
I have a funny story about Canada and hotel rooms. We were talking about.
that is it. Interesting introduction.
It's a good hook for the show.
Oh yeah, okay, this
for
works
the
out
story.
really well.
So we were playing this town called Nelson, British Columbia.
Okay.
We're doing a show there, and it's a hippie town just on like north of Idaho.
Mhm.
And basically, it's a bunch of people who fled the United States during the Vietnam War from America, and they set up like this weird hippie town. And so they love to party.
Okay.
And one of my friends, he had just graduated from college, and he was going to start actually teaching he was going to get just got a certificate and get his first year. And I was like, buddy, we're taking you to Nelson, British Columbia. And he was just hanging out. And during the show, I kept telling everyone, like, he's going to start teaching in about a couple months, just graduated from college, buy him shots. So
That's the way to do it.
way too many people in Canada bought him shots.
Bring him in.
I wake up, we're sharing a hotel room, and I wake up, he's in one bed, I'm in the other. I wake up, and he had thrown up, like, in the bed.
Oh,
Right? Which is
no.
terrible, but that's what happens when you have 17 Jaeger bombs.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, awful. So we bag up all the sheets. First of all, I went to the bathroom, came out, and he was up and made the bed like nothing happened. Because he didn't want me to know. Which I was like, Andrew, and he goes, well, look, I was gonna tip the waitstaff like $200 and just be like, I'm so sorry that I did that.
Well, at least he was gonna tip.
But he made the bed all nice. I'm like, no, man, we'll just. So I'm
you
like,
gotta own it.
bagged up all the sheets, put them in the bathtub, and then we noticed that the mattress had like a stain on it, right?
Oh
from him.
gosh.
And it was a very unfortunate bright color of red. So, and this is when it gets funny. We are
Oh god.
the hotel room we had at a window facing another hotel.
Okay.
And we are flipping the mattress in the process of flipping a mattress over. And some people in the hotel room across the alley are looking dead at us like we're flipping over a mattress from a murder scene.
Oh,
right.
And I was like, well, yo, we got to check out like now.
They're like,
get out of
run!
here. Yeah, they're looking up. They're like, did they just kill someone and flip the mattress?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is still a
That
party
is
story
crazy.
that they share to this day.
They're like, we think these two dudes killed somebody
Like, for sure.
and checked out. I hope they tipped.
What grade level was he going to be teaching?
He ended up teaching middle school gym.
Okay, throwing
middle
up.
school.
That at
Yeah,
least he's getting
you're gonna
broken
deal with
in.
barf.
Yeah, he's breaking him in.
Especially a gym teacher in middle school. You know, like
It's like-
middle school gym teachers are always there's always a character. You remember every single
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, for
every
sure.
single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and in middle school, I'm like, even then, like the crazy stuff they would bring to school.
You know those days when you're answering the same question for the 50th time and you're just done? Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah. That's when a good glass of wine basically becomes self-care. That is why I am loving Naked Wines. They make it so easy. You skip the awkward grocery store guessing game and get amazing wine delivered right to your door. Real winemakers, real good bottles, no crazy markups. It's like finally getting the respect we deserve as teachers. The other night, I opened one of their red blends from Argentina, and it was, perfect. Smooth, bold, no fancy dinner necessary. In fact, it was just me, my couch, a bowl of popcorn, and whatever reality show was playing on in the background. If you want to try it right now, you can get 6 bottles for just $39.99 with code TOD at nakedwines.com. No fees, no pressure, just a really good wine when you seriously deserve it. Now is the time to join Naked Wines community. Head to nakedwines.com/TOD, click enter voucher, and put in our code TOD for both the code and password for 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's $100 off your first 6 bottles at nakedwines.com/TOD and use the code and password TOD for 6 bottles of wine for $39.99.
Miss Schrag, Patty Schrag.
Okay.
That's a gym teacher name right there.
That
For
is
sure.
Patty
Patty
Schrag.
Schrag
For sure.
dominated the pickleball courts too, by the way. She was
Yeah,
unbeatable.
she
Pickleball
did.
was a
Yeah.
thing then?
Yeah, well, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest where it's rainy half the year, so we had to do
Oh.
inside sports for PE. So pickleball is the only way you could get 45 kids to all be able to play at the same time. We couldn't do tennis or basketball, so we played pickleball all the time. She was undefeated. Totally undefeated.
No lie, I thought
love
pickleball
that
was
for
new.
Patty.
Yeah.
Well,
It's new now, like popular. I think she sees pickleball now and is like, I missed my era. Like she was dominating the 90s, and
Okay.
now was when she'd be killing it like on the pro circuit. So I used to go when I was, eighth grade or whatever. I used to love doing magic shops because you buy like cool magic stuff,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
ridiculous magic stuff.
Yeah.
And I bought this lighter that shocked you. Like it didn't, it didn't light. It just looked like a
Yeah.
Zippo or whatever, and then you hit it and it shocks you, and it was ha ha ha, super funny.
yeah.
I brought it to school, and then we just started
man.
using it like a taser because it was way funnier
Yep.
to just go up to people and stick it to them.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Schrag saw that and said she'd take it for the day, and I never got it back. So she still got my electric
To
lighter.
this day.
Yeah, still harboring a little resentment for that.
Oh my gosh.
That's how she's beating like everybody in the pickleball court.
Yeah,
just
that's
like
where it's
in her
coming from.
in her community.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it gave you a little zap. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It's
It was
efficient.
and also, when you're in 8th grade, I had to save up for that thing.
Right.
Like
You're
you
like,
took away all, no fun, Miss Schrag.
right. And in 8th grade, you don't have like an actual job like high
No.
school is where you could you're like, this is like my allowance.
I mowed like 17 lawns for that. And you just took it away from me. We were having so much fun. It doesn't kill you.
And not just take it. She didn't even give it back.
No. And I always, I wanted to ask her for it, but then she was Miss Schrag. Like,
You just don't.
no.
Yeah.
no.
Like, I walked up to her office one time, and I almost had the courage, and I looked in, and she didn't look like she's in a good mood, and I was like, maybe next day.
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. Or like she would be like, okay, you can have it back,
Yeah.
but you have to beat me
Come fight
at
me for it.
pickleball.
Right. She's like challenging.
That would,
Yeah.
she could have kept it forever.
She's like
she
the
was,
boss.
She
Yeah.
was
Level.
like, yeah, she was, I think she trained in her off season just to beat up on. But look, I mean, to be honest, that is where you get a lot of if you're a gym teacher,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be nice to just dunk all over kids or
Oh, for
just
sure.
scorch, like just rip one off someone's nose with a playground ball during dodgeball.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh
I
my
remember,
gosh.
I remember coaching volleyball for middle school girls. Oh, that was the best. They would see me rip it cross court and they'd be like,
Whoa.
Did you ever get one like right in the head, like with a spike? You have to act like, oh my God, are you okay? And you're inside, you're like, ha! Still got it.
No, I never did that, but I definitely, definitely got hit in the head multiple times from their balls.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
But I took one. It was during before an assembly, right? And I was like walking around on the baseline of the basketball court, and the PE class was just like wrapping up, and kids were coming in, and somebody threw like a full court shot and hit me right in the junk. With a basketball from the full court, and hit me right, and I had to like on the inside I was melting. But I had to you can't show fear.
Like, take it, man. Take it like a man.
I can't give them the upper hand. Like, they have to know you can't phase me. And on the inside, I'm like, I'm going to throw up. But it's like, I had to walk slowly and look around like, I don't even know who threw it and I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'll never show weakness here. And then I got over to the side. I'm like, I might have to go to the doctor. I might have to go to the doctor.
Someone go get an ice pack from the nurse.
Get an ice pack.
The first aid kit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I taught middle school only 1 year, so I can't really remember a whole lot. But high school is where I've taught the majority, and there's been some crazy stuff. I remember one teacher was telling me how one of the kids literally took a mini Keurig out of their backpack and literally started making themselves a cup of coffee in the middle of class. She's like, I didn't know whether to just ask for one or just be impressed.
Are you going to make me one?
Exactly. I brought my own cups.
Yeah.
Right. Literally.
I feel like it's that thing of hey, that's okay. I don't see anything, but you better make me a cup.
Since this is what we're doing.
Right. I take mine with a little bit of cream and sugar.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Also, where did you get that?
Right.
I feel like he stole it from a hotel room.
Yeah.
It was one
shot.
It
was a single cup one.
Yeah, one shot.
Hey, crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
But they are in high school, so I guess he could have maybe bought it with it, maybe with his paycheck that he gets. Maybe not. I don't know.
Kindergartners, my kindergarten class, I had kids bring insane things. I had a kid bring a living toad. Like, he found a frog, and I thought I was going crazy because I could hear it, and it was for 4 days.
4 days?
He had a frog in his desk for 4 days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he was feeding it, and I was like, what is happening?
Feeding it what?
Crickets, I think.
Oh, gosh.
Whatever toads eat. And they would bring it outside. That's how we busted him finally. We saw him on the playground with this frog, and we're like, hey, man, you can't bring that frog back into school. And he's like, the frog lives in my desk. I was like, no, he actually doesn't. And it was one of the desks they had that lift up desk.
Oh yeah.
So the frog was just contained in this desk, and so we had to take this frog. And we're like, where do we take this frog? So we ended up
my gosh.
I was like, do we got to call a veterinarian? And for a frog? I don't know.
I'm not sure what the process is here.
We call a zoo.
You
guys know
the zoo would be offended.
Call Rick Ranger? What are we? Ranger Rick? Is that what his name was?
Yeah. I think the zoo would probably be a little bit offended.
They'd be like,
send him to the science lab.
Yeah, maybe he could have been. I mean, I thought he could be a class pep, and they're like, we're not just going to have some unlicensed rogue frog here. It was like a big one, too.
Rude.
It was like a big fat toad, like a massive toad.
Oh,
okay.
My goodness.
Okay, was it a toad or a frog?
Well, I kind of use those two interchangeably.
Okay.
It was definitely a toad.
Okay, so the bumpy, dry ones.
Ah.
See, I love toads.
Oh.
I would. Oh,
no.
I love a toad.
No type of anything.
Frogs?
Anything non-human freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Animals of all kind?
Yeah. I was terrified of dogs until I was 10. Anything I don't know. I've just always had a weird fear of any animal. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I'm not a pet person either. I know, don't shoot me. I'm just not a pet person.
Some people aren't.
Mm-mm.
Well, you clearly.
Well, I'm clearly
some people. There's got to be someone else out there who's not.
I don't do dog, cat, any of that. And what's crazy is most of my best friends have dogs as pets, but I'm just you're one
of those people.
Yeah.
People do look at you with
and I'm awkward though. I don't even know how no, that they're there. I don't
hi, doggy.
Hi, I don't know what to do. Why is it touching me? Why is he licking me? I know it's ridiculous. And just saying, when I go for my walks, I'm trying to just mind my business and exercise. and somebody else's dogs are walking with them, and I'm going to get crucified. I know I'm going to get crucified. But literally, their dogs are walking, and they're like, oh, he's just so friendly. I'm like, is he? Is he?
Is he?
I'm like,
You promise?
No. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. No, I don't do pets, guys.
I always find it hilarious when somebody's dog barks at you and then they feel this incredible need to defend their dog.
Literally defend.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, he never does this.
He doesn't. He
Never.
doesn't.
And you're like, well, now you're making it seem like it's my fault.
Right.
Like,
he's friendly. He's just saying hello.
He's never.
Just saying hello.
Oh, this is so strange. As they're like, holding on to this,
Yeah.
this
No, he just wants to say hi.
Yeah.
He just wants to say hi.
It's so strange. He's never done this ever. Like, so I'm the one who brought it out of him. I brought out the inner
Apparently,
rage.
we both just bring it out of him.
Yeah. So I looked at your dog, and your dog was like, that guy needs to go.
I feel like here's the thing: the kid who brought in the frog. Like, what if the frog was on like a little leash? Like, would that have been okay?
A harness.
Yeah.
Harness.
Is that an emotional
Support
toad?
Oh my gosh.
Why not?
Yeah.
If you had any animal in a harness, I'm gonna go with it.
Well, I mean, hey, whatever. Whatever.
There will be
a snake on a harness.
There will be judgments.
No.
You're not a snake person either.
No, I'm not a nothing. No. A snake, a mouse.
I'm sorry, because there's no way that you can harness it, because it can literally just slither out of whatever you have
and
it
then
in.
snakes literally can propel the size of their body. Like, literally, they go like this, and then the size of their body, and they're just there, and they're at you.
You found that you guys aren't the people who had snakes in your class.
No!
Let's be real. Okay, shopping for clothes is a whole thing. You spend hours online picking stuff out, wait for it to arrive, and then half the time it's not even close to what you wanted. Or maybe you brave the in-store chaos, the crowded aisles, things out of stock, and of course the horrible dressing room lighting that makes you question all of your life choices. Then there's the return process, packing it up, printing labels, standing in line. Like, this is a total nightmare. That's where Stitch Fix comes in. Instead of battling through the return process or trying on endless outfits, Stitch Fix sends you a box with hand-picked clothes that actually fit your style, size, and budget. I don't even have to leave the couch, right? And the best part? No pressure. You only keep what you love and you send back the rest. No more packing up those returns or dealing with the drama of online shopping gone wrong. I just give my stylist my size and preferences, and they send me clothes that are a perfect fit. It's like having a personal shopper who actually gets me. And if I'm unsure of how to style something, they even include personalized outfit recommendations and tips. It's shopping made easy and stress-free. No more crowded stores, no more returns, and no more stressing over what's going to show up in the mail. Stitch Fix is the way to go if you want clothes that fit your life without the hassle. Personal styling for everyone. Get started today at stitchfix.com/teachersoffduty. That's stitchfix.com/teachersoffduty.
And get this, I went to the office that's two doors down from me the other day to drop something off at the school secretary's, at the secretary's desk. I walk in and there's this huge white python or boa?
Python or something.
I don't know what type of snake
Albino.
it was. It's white.
Yeah.
And it's humongous. And she was like, "Oh, you don't want to help me feed him?" Because she was feeding the snake. And I'm like, I didn't know that was in here. How long has that been in here? She's like, "It's been in here all year." And I was like, I won't be back.
Now I won't be back here ever
No,
again.
I will send a student with this.
Ew.
I will send a student to anything that has to be dropped off in this office. I'm not coming back in here. And she was like, but he's so friendly. Like, we just love having him.
How do you know?
You can keep him.
How do you know? What, did he wink at you? Did the snake tell you a
so
joke?
Friendly. Like he's
You have no idea.
and what cracks me up, I'm like, what? Does he give you hugs?
Yeah.
Like around your neck?
Yeah, he does. He's trying to kill you.
Yeah, literally.
That's actually him trying to kill
He just he's not super hungry, but they're like, no, I just wrap it right around your neck.
Yeah.
The snake's gotta be like, yeah, this is great. If I want to. There's no way. When I see people walking around outside with a snake on, they're like, no, this is so cool. I'm like,
yeah,
man, you're gonna be someone that when I see the story of
right.
the Florida man who got killed by his own snake, I'll be like, I saw that guy.
Yeah.
And we were all like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, you're like, yeah, I sometimes, my alligator loves it when I just stick my head in his mouth. He doesn't chomp down. He's like, so fun. And then you see a video where someone's like doing tricks and that they get his hand and you're like, yeah, that's what happened.
That's how it's supposed to happen. Well, and the funny thing is I went back to class thinking one of my students was still in there. She had sat with me for lunch. And I was like, oh my gosh, sweetheart, did you know that da-da-da-da has a snake? And she's like, yeah, I have 20 snakes at my house.
Whoa. Why?
Get out.
I'm sorry.
We're never having
what
lunch
is
again.
happening?
We're never having lunch again.
No.
Never ever.
And she's like, but they're such great pets. Again, how do you know?
Yeah, you have no idea. It's like saying fish are great pets.
Right. They're in the tank.
You could say I love fish because they're
Right.
pretty and like
And they taste good.
Yeah. I don't know. You're gonna eat the ones that you win at a fair. Those fish live forever, by the way.
They do. The ones in a little baggie.
Yeah, a little baggy. I mean, those things are survivors.
They
Have you
are.
ever had a kid bring a fish to school?
Like in a jar.
Yeah.
No, I've never. Well, no, I've never had a kid. Yeah. Mm-mm. No.
One of my friends did.
Like in
Brought
the
a
jar?
fish?
In a water bin, like
A water bottle?
plastic water bottle.
Okay, that's
They
funny.
even put
Like
like,
a
the little
jump rope for
rocks
heart
in the
bottle?
bottom.
He's like, I made an aquarium. It's portable.
It's like, what about Bob?
Yes,
You got
exactly.
the necklace with the fish.
Yes. 1,000%. That's exactly
Oh,
what it
that's
reminded me of.
awesome.
That's unreal.
Yeah, and the kid's probably just like, yeah, no, it's a portable aquarium.
Why not?
You
I
know?
like to bring him.
Yeah.
Moby,
he's
he's
my
great.
friend.
Again,
I'm
like
walking
an
him.
emotional support. If you need an emotional support fish, go for it.
Apparently,
babe.
in a
He's
water
not that
bottle.
dirty.
Water bottle with rocks.
I always found that like the some teachers just go way overboard with class pets.
Really?
Just there was one class that had a ferret,
Oh yeah.
like
okay.
a ferret and like a
All right.
giant
Mhm.
ferret terrarium.
Oh
I don't
my
know what you call their
gosh,
houses.
ferret
Ferretarium.
Sounds
But
about right.
also the smell of that class
Yeah, no.
is always so weird.
Yeah.
Like you're like, this
off.
smells like it smells like it needs to be cleaned always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your little ferret.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, I've never really I guess because I taught mostly high school more than I taught elementary. I've just never experienced much with class pets, except for now at the high school level, the snake in the ladies' office. But yeah, but at the one time in elementary that I taught, it was like either a guinea pig or a hamster. Ferret, no, that's next level. Okay, all right.
It's not the craziest thing I had a kid bring to school though. This one was funny because the call to the parents was funny. But you know how they start making alcohol for adults in like Capri Sun pouches?
Yes.
No,
Like
did
they're
they?
pouches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
like
that sounds amazing.
they're like vodka cranberry or whatever. They come in what looks like a kid's pouch.
Oh man.
And this is why you need young teachers.
Okay.
Because the kid wasn't in my class, but I was like helping out in the lunchroom, and this kid whipped out like 4 like vodka cranberry lemonade things he was going to share with all his pals. And I was like,
man.
those are not kid drinks. So we grabbed them, and he's like 6. And he's like, no, I just grabbed these out of the fridge because I wanted to bring juices and we're like, okay. So we had to call his parents, and his parents were, of course, mortified.
Yeah.
Because it makes them, we can all look at it and say, look, no one's in trouble. We caught
Yeah.
it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they feel like the worst because,
They could get to it.
right, but
Yeah.
it's in your fridge.
I know. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
What do you, you're gonna, even if you put them in an outdoor garage fridge,
Right.
Yeah.
if your kid doesn't understand that they're alcohol, they're
Mhm.
going to grab them. But always like the mortified parents when you have to call them when they
Oh,
brought
yeah.
something they shouldn't bring to school, like rifling through their nightstands and bringing stuff they shouldn't bring to school. And you're like, yeah. The call is just like, they're like, oh my God, I'm the worst parent ever. It's like, no, you're not. Your kid is just
Your kid's a kid.
exploring your room,
Yeah.
exploring your fridge.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
be
my
aware.
goodness.
I think that is probably my number one fear as a parent with like getting ready for my children to go to school. Because
Yeah.
they're like quick and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
quiet. And
It'll be in their backpack before you know it.
I'm not that I have like a lot to hide, but
Well, you don't think you do until they,
they pull something out and you're like,
completely
I didn't even know where that was.
where did you find that?
Right?
I've been looking for that. Like, well, and that's the thing. Like, one of the teachers was telling me how, she was so moved because the kid had brought her. Well, you guys know how it is. Our kids during teacher appreciation when they were little, they bring you gifts from around the house, right? And so this kid brought her a gift in a gift bag, which it was a used gift bag. So she was just like, okay, whatever. It's cute. It's probably like a toy from his, no. It was a nightgown from his mom's
That's great.
dresser. Wait, with a stain on it.
No.
Oh.
So it was from the laundry, from the hamper.
Probably from the hamper. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
Bad. It was bad. Yeah.
Oh.
So I can get parents feeling mortified when they get these phone calls like, oh my gosh, I have to go pick it up now.
Yeah.
I have to actually go to the school
No, I'll keep
and
it.
pick this up.
Incinerate.
Like,
that.
I'd be like, you know what? That's not mine.
That's not even mine.
I'd be like the kids when you catch them in the lot.
Where did
That's
you
not
find?
mine.
Yeah.
Huh. Must have found it on the way to
back
school.
alley did you find it that in?
That is not mine. And the
you
fact
guys-
that you would think that was mine.
You guys need to clean up your playground. I don't know where he found it, but you've got a bunch of junk out there. 'Cause there's no way that's mine.
No.
Yeah.
By the way, what brand was it? Oh, that brand? Oh, never mind. No.
No, definitely not mine.
If they're going through their head like which
They're like,
nightgown,
what-
how expensive was it?
Where was that?
What's,
Like, yeah.
What does my shame cost?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the math.
Exactly. Yeah.
The amount of teachers that I've heard like over Valentine's Day
Mhm.
getting like a rose from a student, but it's really like a pair of like silk underwear like rolled up to be a rose. The amount of teachers that have like told me or like I've come across that are like, oh yeah, like I've got one every year.
You're like, oh, I gotta collect them.
Yeah.
A drawer.
Hilarious.
Drawer full of undies
Yeah. From my
in my desk.
My top right
rose.
drawer.
Like it's so awkward.
My
like,
top right drawer is full of
Mhm.
drawers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I so appreciate this. Like, this was so thoughtful. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Those are the ones that are funny too, because they have a story. Like we took a set of furry handcuffs. From
Oh
a kid.
yeah, that's a
Which-
classic one.
Clearly, it was I mean, the parents were like, "That's a gimmick. It was a joke from a friend. They must have been on the." It's like, no,
Okay.
I'm not. Do you
Yeah. I'm not here to shame you.
literally.
have fun? And do you want your pink furry handcuffs back? We'll know if you
By
want
all
them back. We'll know how much of a
We're
gag
gonna
it was.
ask you, but make
I'm
your
gonna put it
decision
in the
wisely.
front pocket of his backpack. If
Yes.
they're gone tomorrow,
Yeah.
I guess we'll know.
If he sends them back.
Yeah.
The best part was he was cuffing someone in his class.
Oh
He
no!
was cuffing another
That's
kid.
when the principal walks by
They're
and it's like,
ooh, but they're all like,
"Wait,
"Ooh, put him on me next. Put him on me." Yeah, that would be when the administrator walks by the window. Huh? What was that?
What was that?
I told you guys, pull down the shade.
We're doing a Law and Order, police appreciation, back the blue kind of thing, and
We're learning about community helpers.
yeah, the
and
cheapest.
police officers are
community
community
helpers.
helpers.
We would have gotten unfurry handcuffs, but those seem like they might hurt.
Those are
And we wanted to be
dangerous.
sensitive to the students. And,
You know, nobody wants to get cuffed with like, oh
Nobody.
my god, real ones. No, these
No,
are
that's
furry.
so-
terrifying.
Yeah.
It's
They're all
terrifying.
reading each other their rights, Miranda rights. If they're all, I actually
So
know
we-
what's funny. I told them all they have the right to remain silent the rest of this class,
Right.
The rest of this day.
And it
See,
works.
listen,
It
we're
works.
teaching civics and criminal justice. Like, it's just awesome. It's a well-rounded lesson, that is.
Police appreciation.
100%.
Have you ever
Yes.
brought something to school on accident?
Ooh, I don't think so.
I had a,
I
good-
like that's like a really boring answer, but like,
I had a
No,
really,
hey, you haven't.
I had a run of having laundry in the leg of my pants,
Oh. Uh-huh.
like my wife's underwear, like
Okay.
in my pant leg,
Poor
like walking around with it hanging out the bottom of my pant leg.
no.
like
the
a thong.
static cling.
Yeah, a thong hanging out the bottom of my pants, and I don't know for a while, and then having to have that be pointed out by somebody. Like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
you got something?
It
And I'm like,
was-
oh, and I pull
oh.
it out like an idiot, like,
Oh,
okay,
hold on.
all right.
JK.
Okay. Pretty sure those are my wife's, but I'm also not going to find out.
I'm not going to check. I'm not going to check.
I'm not going to look again. I'm just
Nope.
gonna,
Never.
Those are
Nope.
in my right.
Never.
Nothing.
Never happened.
My hand, my right pocket stays sealed for the rest of the day.
Nope. And if my wallet's in there, it's fine.
Also, as a guy, you're like, I assume those are hers, but I'm also like, what? I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm assuming. I don't think she has anyone else's underwear. I don't see how it would have gotten. You know, we did have a
Or
roommate,
Maybe they're yours. Who
Maybe.
knows?
but I also be like, hey babe, are these yours? She's like, no. Where'd you get them?
And then you're
You know
in
what?
trouble.
You're like, never mind.
I'm just gonna throw them away.
A kid
That's-
gave me a
that's what I'm
rose.
gonna do.
It was Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day.
Someone's
This is what
missing
the kid gave me. Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
I think one of the most awkward things was a parent thought that they were doing something really, really nice for Christmas, brought me in like a bunch of wine
Okay.
during school.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Thank you.
oh
Thank
my,
you so
like,
much.
thank you so much. But like, and so it was like sitting under my like desk all day, like,
I
oh
would've
my
been
gosh,
paranoid.
like someone's gonna come in and like think I'm
Oh,
What
yeah.
in the world?
Oh, I feel
When
you.
did you open it? How far after the delivery?
I was at home. Okay, I was at home.
That's funny because that's what I was about to say. That's the only time I've ever brought something crazy to school, but not on purpose. It's because I had my bag that I usually travel with. I had what was it? The little tiny mini bar.
Oh yeah,
drinks.
little bottles.
Little
Oh,
bottles.
yeah.
Yeah. And so I had a little pouch and I was like, I'll just put them in here so we don't waste them. And then get to school and I'm taking my stuff out of my bag. I take out my notebook and that falls out. I'm like,
Oh, no.
zero tolerance at school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, the whole
Yeah.
day. And and that's just my innocent brain because I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna come in today and they're gonna go in my bag
Yep.
and they're gonna come on.
Yeah,
but
this'll
I
be
was
the
so
day.
unrealistic. I'm like, this is the one day.
Yeah.
They're gonna check my bag.
And it's like the the telltale heart. That's the way that I felt
Yep.
about it the whole entire day.
I'm
It was
like,
just screaming at me.
Yep, this is what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
They're coming.
My worst nightmare coming to fruition
Yes.
Exactly.
right now.
Yeah.
So Leslie, you have tattoos.
Yes,
So do kids ever ask you about your tattoos?
they do.
Like
well,
they got to not stop, right?
Well, it's funny because it's when it's winter. It's like, how did you miss it from the beginning of school to now? You're noticing after now that I'm going to school and winter's dying down, so I don't wear long sleeves as much. And so my kids are like, "You got tattoos?" I'm like, at the beginning of the year, I had no sleeves. Like, so why? What? And so they'll look at them and be like, "Miss Rob, man, you are bad." Like, we had no idea.
Yeah.
Like,
it gives you a level of street cred.
oh
having
my
tattoos.
gosh, it
Yeah.
does. And what's funny is the current alternative school in our district is called John J. Wright. And that was the school that used to be the middle school, but they built a new one. And John J. Wright is now the school where, like all the alternative kids who are, and troubled students, troubled youth, whatever. So it's almost like kind of regarded as like, that school.
Yeah.
And so whenever the kids see my tattoos and I said, guys, and guess what? I spent all of middle school at John J. Wright. And they're like, whoa. I was like, yep.
Don't mess with her.
Entire middle school, I was at John J. Wright. And they were like, oh man. So that in combination with the tattoos, all kinds of street cred. Mm-hmm.
Jess, do you have any tattoos?
I do. I have my wedding date, and then I have
In Roman numerals?
in Roman numerals,
I
I
couldn't even
know.
guess.
I know. That's so funny.
I
Do
know
you
the
ever
middle
be
one's
like,
the
are
10.
you ever like, oh my gosh, is that right?
10,
Okay. That's
8,
August 10th?
August 10th.
Niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas.
This one I don't know, but I do know. I do know.
I don't even know if this one's right. That's
I was
funny.
like, this looks so good.
So you just blindly trusted the tattoo artist to know the Roman numerals?
Maybe my husband and I got them on our honeymoon, and we were a little tipsy,
Just a tad.
just a little bit. So
Yeah.
I did trust them because I felt like I couldn't trust
We
myself.
gotta,
But hey,
Yeah.
I do know that MM is 2000, and then that should be 21?
19?
2019.
Oh, 2019. Okay.
Way to
Look
go!
at
Yeah.
you.
I know.
Yes.
That was like a team
That's
effort.
just purely from knowing Super Bowls.
Uh,
That's the only way I knew that. There's no way I
That's
would have.
funny.
I
I'm
know.
sitting there trying to trace back to elementary school, like, man, Roman numeral. And then I'm like, I know M is 1,000. So it's, yeah, teamwork.
I feel like there was no reason to learn that in school.
Roman
No.
numerals.
Yeah. Certain
No.
things,
Mm-mm.
Other than the Super Bowl.
that's
yes,
it.
that was the essential part of it.
But
Yeah.
I feel like there's certain things that I look back at and I'm like, why?
I don't understand why we still teach Latin.
Yeah, or the Pythagorean theorem. Why?
Yeah.
I'm not calculating triangles.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I
Ever.
agree.
Never used it once in my life.
No. Mm-mm. But you know what? That's why, like, the Finnish program,
That's
and AK in Finland, obviously, their education system has shifted to the kids pick and choose what they want to take based on their interests. They don't have the core classes that we consider core here are not core there anymore. Like, they've gotten rid of, like, physics and things like that, and like the kids can pick and choose if that's something they want to add to their graduation requirements versus something that to them is like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
concur with that. I could get down
Here's
with
my
that.
thing. If you can pass like basic math that like is applicable to real life,
Yeah.
then by all means, like go like do whatever you
I
want
mean,
to do.
really.
I think it'd be hard right now to convince any kids they need to do anything when there's AI.
I
That
know.
is
I was just about to
calculators.
say that.
True.
Right? Because when I was in second or third grade, and we were learning keyboarding, and I'm terrible at keyboarding because I oversized hands, and they put the thing over you got to get your score and all that stuff. And I was like, who cares? When I'm in high school, you can just think it will be on the screen, because I was like way ahead of my time. Now, if I was trying to learn trying to teach myself how to type keyboard, I'd be like, who cares? I'm just gonna have
AI do it.
Chat GPT do this.
Yeah.
I don't even need to know anything.
But you like literally before you said that, I was just about to say the same thing. And nowadays, like between YouTube, AI, Google, my students are smarter than me. Like they are so like bright in the way that they
really, like, we got our degrees without AI. So
True.
Yeah, right. We retain useless knowledge forever that you don't
Who
need.
is really the smarter one.
Well said.
But that's the thing. I find myself Googling the same thing over and over again because you don't commit it to memory. You don't have to.
Yes.
Like you used to have to memorize words.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone knows like abscond, abhor, like all these A words from like studying for the SAT. Because then by the time you hit B and C, you're like, who cares?
Yeah.
But like I still know those words. But then again, I'll Google the same thing. I'll Google where Dwight Howard went to high school like 90 times.
Oh my god!
Because for some reason, it's like a fact that pops into my head, and I'm like, "Where did Dwight Howard go to high school?" I'm like, "I've looked this up before."
Well, now you wouldn't even have to even type it again.
Like,
your history is just like, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, AI's like, Dwight Howard, right?
Oh my gosh.
Why do you?
You didn't even like begin to type. They were like, Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard
High school.
You want to know where he went to high school?
Yep.
In Atlanta. I'm like, yeah. Why do I care? And I still don't. I couldn't even tell you right now. I just know it's in Atlanta. And I've looked this up an embarrassing number of times, and I don't know why. It just always pops in my head like, what part of school where did he go to school at?
You're like, Atlanta. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but you're right though. Like every time you go into Google now, or like you're entering Atlanta, Dwight. Literally.
Where's Dwight's school at? It's like, here we go.
Yep, here we go.
Here we get those like meta glasses, and it's just gonna pop up Dwight Howard School.
Yep.
It's right there. That's awesome. I was thinking, where was it? How did you know? Just picked my brain to find it. It is.
I don't like it.
The one thing I do like is it summarizes stuff.
Yeah.
Like with my dyslexia, I hate reading. Well, I'm better at it now, but when I was a kid, I just thought I hated reading.
It's funny to like see the because you guys have iPhones, but like the iPhone app or the update was now they like summarize emails.
Yeah.
And the text. And it's funny to like see what the summary is and then actually read the text. I'm like, not quite
where we're going.
We're getting there.
I'm just gonna blindly trust you and go with it because you did 3 sentences. These people did way too much.
Right.
Like I'm not scrolling that. One thumb scroll? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I have a 1 thumb scroll cutoff.
Yes.
If you can't get it down with 1 thumb
if
scroll.
I cannot screenshot the entire message.
Yeah, over with it.
Done.
Yes.
Done.
In fact, there's stuff I still don't know the back end of an email. They're like, well, what's the answer to my question? I'm like, you didn't have a question. Oh, it was like on page 2.
Yeah. So no.
I'm not reading 2 pages.
I'm not.
That's how I am with
email?
long school emails. I'm like, no. And here's the thing. This is my trick. If the long email comes through, but it's directed to just me, I'm like, dang it. I'm going to have to at least skim it.
Yeah.
But if it's like a group email sent to multiple people, I'm like, nope. I just open it and mark it as read and be done with it.
That's the cutoff for age when I look at like technology is when people don't understand that when they forward you, like generally it's the older generation, not trying to be ageist here.
Yeah.
But they'll forward something that has a bunch of stuff below it. And you're just like, I don't think they know that I'm reading all of this stuff. Like an email that I'm not supposed to be on the rest of this part. You just
the thread.
Yeah, you sent me something that you
love
replied.
it when that
Me too.
Oh, dig into it. It's like pull up a seat, grab a popcorn. And you're just reading drama. Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't even know this person.
Yeah.
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
As you're just clicking and you can go down. Sometimes you'll end up on a thread that's like 17 replies. And they just thought you were getting the top, and then you just hit the 3 dots and just keep elongating it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's like the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, especially because somebody like me who's just straight up nosy. I'm just like,
no, this is very true. This is very
she got an attitude about. Wait, what happened now? That tone of that part was like, let me click like you said, 3 dots, more 3 dots. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah, read more. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah,
this is the stuff I will read.
That I'll read.
I haven't read an email addressed to me ever all the way through. But if it's not addressed to me, I'll read every single one.
Oh yeah. But when you were talking about iPhones, like I literally, and then you were saying with age, I feel like with these newer updates with iPhones that I'm getting old. I cannot keep up. Like I know this sounds crazy, but the new photo format. Do you guys know what I'm talking about in your photos? where it's like
They-
recently saved today, like whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, where's the picture?
I
I
literally
just took?
had to look up like
yeah.
a
How do I
hack,
find it?
a hack on how to like redo my albums. 'cause
Oh, see,
they messed it
that's
all
what
up.
I need to do.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Please do, because I'm telling you, I'm so lost. Every time I take a picture, I'm like,
Where did
all
it
right,
go?
let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Like
Who
I
knows
took the
where it
picture.
went?
I don't know where it is.
Also, that can be dangerous too because you don't know how it's organized, and you're like, oh no, not those photos.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, not those thirst traps. No, I just took a picture of a dog. Where's the dog? Nope, not that one. Not those. Oh God, that was. Oh geez.
Hey, did you know your wife's underwear is stuck
Yeah.
to your leg?
Oh yeah, I'll get to that in a second after I get rid of these pictures. I don't even know what year these are from. What? Why did you do that?
Oh my gosh, that's also when I make the mistake. I guess it technically isn't bringing something to school, but even as a teacher, like when I hook up my phone, I mean not my phone, my MacBook to my projector, that can
You got to
be-
make sure what pages you're on.
Girl, I'm like, okay,
That's when the iCloud like really is like
it's just everything shows up.
you were in a chokehold by Steve Jobs. Like,
Yeah,
do
I'm
you
like,
want
what is
me
happening?
to release it?
Yes, and I'm like, I did not even click on that. I didn't even click on it.
my
It
iPad.
just pops up.
My iPad has a bad habit of like pulling pictures from like it's my son uses it to like
Yeah.
he's got little games on it and stuff, and but when you turn on the home screen, it just is like, hey, remember this picture from 19
Yep.
years ago?
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, that's my ex. Let's go ahead. Hey, AI, figure that one out. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You know,
iCloud
as of
doesn't
lately, there's
forget.
not been one person in a lot of pictures. There's been this other person in a lot of them, like wedding photos and stuff. You're smart.
Mhm.
You know what you're
Figure it
doing
out.
You
right now.
know.
Figure
You
it
know.
out.
Today was gonna be a good day
Right.
until
Right.
we started watching this stupid thing about trucks on YouTube, and now my wife's like, "Why does her picture show up?"
Well, and the thing is like what gets me into trouble is if I'm showing a YouTube video, and it's just because my computer for school, my assigned computer is so slow. That's why I use my MacBook because it goes faster, which again gets me into trouble because I have it plugged into the smart board, and then I'll pause a video to discuss it like a teacher
Yeah.
should, and then that saver comes up and it's like memories. And here's this picture. Here's this
No.
picture. I'm like, let's not. So now I just have it go into a straight black screen because it's
Yep.
like, you know what? We're done with that. Like,
No.
I'm never going to let that happen again.
Do you have the fear, or has this happened to you? Because YouTube could be tricky with the commercials.
Yes.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
You're like playing a video about something, and all of a sudden it's Cialis
Yep.
Yes.
ED commercials.
Yep.
Like, hey, whoa, skip.
Yep.
I go
Yep.
15 seconds of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but well, actually, because part of the class that I taught was family and consumer part of family and consumer sciences, there was a portion of it that covers sex ed. So like one of the commercials, like STDs, they are timeless. You know, like something like that I saw on the
Timeless.
billboard.
They're
Yeah,
timeless.
right. And
They
so
are, some are timeless.
Propaganda for STI.
Some are less timeless, depending on ointments.
Some are curable.
Or
some there is a pill, others you need a shot. Anyway,
some,
but
some last
literally-
forever. They're like diamonds.
So I told you guys I told you guys this like last episode. I can make a lesson out of anything. So if something pops up, I'm like totally meant to do that because we're gonna introduce this part of our lesson.
Mhm.
You know, but like for other classes, I can see how it could get them into trouble.
Look, guys, some of your parents take this for ED. What's ED? Google it on your own time. Let's
Ask your mom.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
not.
ask him. He probably doesn't want to elaborate.
Go ask your mom. Yeah.
Whatever it is, as soon as they take it, they're riding jet skis and having a great time.
So much
Life is so
fun.
much better. Oh my
So
God. Their
much fun.
vacations are so much better.
It's an energy pill.
Yeah. Well, I guess circulation, energy.
Not wrong.
It works.
Not wrong.
Very versatile.
I just don't know how you like those commercials. I see it now with like my little guy when he's watching stuff, and I'm like, "Whoa, what? Why? Why
Yeah.
would you have that on your?" And I have to wait to skip it.
Oh
Give me
yeah.
a heads up.
You gotta pay
Well,
for
that's
that
the thing
premium
that gets me
YouTube
too.
content.
Yeah. And that's why I pay
Yeah.
for premium
Yeah.
YouTube content. Yes, because if not, like waiting, literally, it's like death. Waiting for that thing to go. Timer 3, 2, 1, skip.
Yeah.
It's like literally you're just waiting. Like, please let me skip it. Please let
Yeah.
me skip it.
I'd be nervous that if I had my YouTube hooked up, they would make fun of my musical choices. You know, 'cause, like if you watch music or sometimes you just play music, they'd be like, Blink-182, you're a boomer.
Yeah.
Hey, I am not.
Yeah. Hey, they're still on tour.
I am a millennial. Yeah. All the band members are still alive. We thought we lost one to aliens for a while, but he's back.
I got
back.
props for my 90s R&B.
Oh.
I got props. My kids were like, okay, Miss Rob, we see you. I'm like, really? Okay.
Do you?
Like, I'm so excited.
Do you see me?
Like,
I've been trying to be seen by you guys all year.
yeah. I'm like, Mariah Carey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of proud of myself. They were like, yeah, Miss Rob. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Literally, when you get any type of compliment from a high schooler, you take that and you run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that I do love
Yeah.
a compliment from my like Gen Z little sister.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
Thanks,
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
Like, thanks, girl.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for that pat on the
That's
back.
so fetch.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Never mind. I feel old again.
You're like, I ruined it. Oh, my God.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Oh
We're going to
my
make
God.
it
Never
happen.
gonna
this
happen.
year.
We're going to make fetch happen. Oh, my gosh.
So I just want to like go back to the pets thing, because it wasn't necessarily something that a student brought into school, but something that my husband tried to bring home from school.
Oh.
This week, actually.
Really?
Yes. On this week, my husband is a dean of students for an elementary school, and there was like a really big call, like, oh, we've got like a loose dog on the property. And so he went outside to try and wrangle this dog, because you can't have apparently a dog on campus.
Apparently can't.
Frowned upon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but so he went out, and it wasn't like a dog. It was like a Great Dane,
Like a dog.
like a dog,
Like a dog.
like a dog.
Oh.
And he got this dog in. It was very malnourished, like the bone, like his little rib cage was out, and like it was very
Yeah.
sad. But he was like, oh, Jess, it was crazy. Like he like came in, he was really, really sick. He was like pooping all over my office and like peeing everywhere. He had no control over anything. Do you think we could adopt him? And I was like,
Hey,
You're like, I was with you until that point.
this dog is disgusting.
You're like,
He poops all over the place.
You're like, oh, no.
we can name it Winston. I was like, no.
What?
Why have you named him? No.
Okay. You would think the Great Dane poop situation
Oh, man.
would
Be a
fix that.
no.
Because those are like poops. Those
Yes.
are, like, I have a little dog. You do that one.
A
With a
horse
Great Dane,
stall.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have to go in with 2 hands.
Yes.
Like 2 bags.
No.
Like,
Yep.
that's
Absolutely.
a
2
poop.
bags
not.
and some
Absolutely
gloves.
not.
You need 2 bags and some gloves.
Yeah,
Great Dane poop.
Put a
Yeah.
welding mask on.
Right, like, all right, we're going in.
Why would you lead with that?
No.
He's pooping everywhere.
Oh my God, it's
Uncontrollable.
so gross. He
But
can't even stop
do you
it.
think we can bring him home?
Yeah.
No.
Don't you miss
Not
it?
on any level.
Don't you miss it when our kids couldn't control it? Oh my God.
Because
Let's
guess who's taking care of the uncontrollable poops while you're
Right.
at school?
Yeah.
Me.
Exactly.
look, we can put a giant diaper on him. It'll be so cute.
It'll
Can't
be
wait.
awesome. It'll be awesome. It's like a school pet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you.
No.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
So-
So,
Thankfully, that one stayed at school.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Oh, he's
come
the
home
school
with me.
dog?
No, he went back. He went to the shelter, to the
They're
animal shelter. They're gonna try and find him a home.
now they do have
Not at
school
my house.
dogs. Yeah, you're like,
not at my
preferably
home.
not at my house.
Mhm.
They do have school dogs now. We have one at our school. His name is Otis. And so
Ah.
he's an emotional support dog, and he goes from classroom to classroom, encouraging the teachers and the students. So like,
I love
and they're
that.
all over. Like they're service dogs or therapy dogs, whichever the proper term is. And they literally have an assigned school dog, and that goes classroom to classroom.
This
Yeah.
is how I know I taught at a hippie school once
Yeah?
in Washington. We had a llama. We had a school llama.
Wait, what?
Dog, llama.
Yeah, his name
Same
was
thing.
his name was Benny. He was a school llama, and he lived like he just came in all the time. He just come in classroom to
That's
classroom with his
amazing.
long neck, just kind of.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
that
sorry.
is
I would love
so
it.
cool.
I would love it.
You, the one that doesn't like animals.
I know, but I would love that.
Llamas aren't animals; they're like Muppets.
It's like a huge puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
See one of them run.
Yeah, but they're so like I don't what? Yeah, you're right. I don't have an issue with llamas. I think they're entertaining.
All right,
I
we
don't
know
know.
we're getting you for your birthday.
I know.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Llama.
Llama again.
Oh my gosh. On that note, we told you guys the craziness that happens at schools. We got llamas, okay? We got dogs that have lots of poop. And, we got all
Furry
kinds
handcuffs.
of things. Yeah, furry
handcuffs.
handcuffs.
Oh,
You guys, we covered all the craziness. But guys, that's it for us. That's another episode of Teachers Off Duty. I am Leslie Robb of Leslie Robb Comedy.
I am Jess Smith, Teacher Tales of Miss Smith.
And I am Brian Moote, Moote Comedy.
Thanks for being with us, guys. See you next time.